The moment the billionaire dropped to one knee in the middle of a crowded charity gala, the room fell silent. Crystal glasses hovered mid-air, violins missed their cue, and every eye turned toward the young waiter standing frozen with a tray of champagne in his hands. "Marry me," she said, her voice calm, her eyes serious. Laughter rippled through the audience, assuming it was part of the entertainment. The waiter laughed too, cheeks burning, thinking it was a cruel joke meant to amuse wealthy donors. "Sure," he replied awkwardly, bowing slightly. Why not? He had no idea the woman kneeling before him wasn't an actress or a prankster, but the richest CEO in the country. Daniel Carter had never planned to be a waiter. Once, he had dreams of becoming an engineer, of building a stable life for his daughter Lily. But life didn't follow his plans. After his wife passed away suddenly from an illness, Daniel's world collapsed. He dropped out of college to care for Lily, taking whatever job he could find. Late nights, early mornings, and endless exhaustion became his routine. Waiting tables at upscale events paid better tips, and every extra dollar meant school supplies, doctor visits, or a little treat for Lily. He wore his grief quietly, carrying it like a weight in his chest, never letting it spill into his work. The woman who knelt before him was Alexandra Reed. To the public, she was a legend, a self-made billionaire, tech visionary, and the youngest female CEO to ever top the global rich list. To herself, she was painfully lonely. Raised in foster homes, she had learned early that success didn't guarantee love. She had dated powerful men, charming men, and men who only saw her bank account. Every relationship ended the same way, with betrayal or disappointment. When she attended the charity gala that night, she wasn't searching for love. She was searching for meaning, hoping the donations would quiet the emptiness inside her. Alexandra noticed Daniel when he accidentally spilled a few drops of champagne on her dress. He apologized nervously, offering to pay for the cleaning. Instead of snapping, she smiled. There was something genuine in his eyes, something unguarded. They talked for a few minutes while he fetched a cloth, and she felt a strange sense of calm she hadn't felt in years. On a sudden, reckless impulse fueled by heartbreak and frustration with her own life, she decided to test fate. Dropping to one knee, she made the outrageous proposal. When Daniel accepted jokingly, the laughter around them masked the way her heart skipped. The next morning, Daniel woke up embarrassed, sure he'd become the butt of a viral joke. But instead of ridicule, a sleek black car waited outside his tiny apartment. A driver handed him a letter inviting him to lunch. He nearly threw it away, thinking it was another prank. But curiosity, and a polite sense of obligation, led him to the address. There, in a quiet private restaurant, Alexandra sat waiting. She wasn't laughing now. She explained who she really was, apologized for the chaos, and admitted she'd meant her proposal more seriously than she should have. Daniel's hands trembled as he listened. He felt humiliated, angry, and confused. "I'm just a waiter," he said. "I'm a single dad. This isn't my world." Alexandra looked at him steadily. "Maybe that's why I need someone like you in mine." What followed was awkward and slow. Alexandra insisted they get to know each other properly. She didn't shower him with gifts or flaunt her wealth. They met for simple dinners, walks in the park, and quiet talks about their lives. Daniel spoke about Lily, about his late wife, about his fears of never being enough. Alexandra spoke about growing up without parents, about betrayal, about feeling invisible despite her fame. They found comfort in each other's honesty. But challenges came quickly. The first was judgment. When news broke that Alexandra was dating a waiter, tabloids exploded. Headlines mocked Daniel as a gold digger. Strangers sent cruel messages. Even Lily came home from school in tears after classmates teased her. Daniel tried to break things off, believing Alexandra deserved someone from her world. "I can't protect you from this," he said. Alexandra took his hands. "I don't need protection. I need you." She publicly defended him, standing at a press conference and saying, "I didn't fall in love with his job. I fell in love with his heart." The backlash slowly softened. The second challenge was Daniel's own insecurity. Every time he entered Alexandra's mansion, he felt small. Every gala made him feel out of place. He worried he was nothing more than a charity project. One night, after overhearing business partners whisper about him, he confronted Alexandra. "Be honest," he said. "Am I just a phase?" Alexandra's eyes filled with tears. She showed him a simple photo she kept in her wallet, him teaching Lily to ride a bike. "You're my home," she said. "Not my image. Not my empire." For the first time since his wife's death, Daniel believed he might deserve happiness. The third challenge came from Alexandra's past. Her ex-boyfriend, a powerful investor, tried to sabotage Daniel by digging into his finances and spreading lies about him stealing from the gala. The scandal nearly cost Alexandra her company. Daniel offered to leave, thinking he was ruining her life. Instead, Alexandra fought back legally and publicly, clearing his name. When it was over, Daniel realized love wasn't just words, it was standing beside someone when everything was on fire. Months later, at a small ceremony in the same park where they had shared their first real conversation, Alexandra knelt again. This time, there were no cameras, no laughter, no confusion. "Marry me," she said softly. Daniel didn't joke. He cried. Lily clapped her hands and shouted yes before he could speak. Their marriage wasn't a fairy tale without struggles. They argued about schedules, about privacy, about how to raise Lily in a world of privilege. But they faced each challenge together, choosing honesty over pride. Alexandra learned that success meant nothing without love. Daniel learned that worth isn't measured by money but by courage and kindness. Years later, when asked how a billionaire and a waiter ended up together, Alexandra would smile and say, "I took a joke seriously." Daniel would add, "I learned that sometimes life hands you a miracle disguised as nonsense." And their story became a reminder to millions that love doesn't follow rules, status, or logic. It follows the heart. Sometimes the greatest blessings arrive when you least expect them, and the bravest thing you can do is say yes to something that feels impossible.